fans, welcome into the Around the Horns podcast. It's your boy Tristan, your main man Mario, and 2025 is upon us, Mario, which let me pause and thank the Bulls fans out there for making us 5 years now of the Around the Horns podcast. Welcome to year 5, amigo. How are you?
You know, that was a fast 5 years. But yeah, I was glad to have a little bit of a break. I've missed the fans. I've missed the boys. But we're back here. We're back in our home. The North Pole is gone. As you can see, there's some greenery still, but the Santa's little yurt is gone.
Nice. He is now camping under a bridge in downtown Pueblo. Visit Santa Claus any week between now and December 1st. But we're back at Fuel and Iron Food Hall, the home of the Around the Horns Network. And making it feel even more like home this week is the head coach of the home team. Bulls fans, can we get some love for Chris Wilhite joining us? Chris, welcome back. How are you?
Yeah, I'm awesome, guys. Thanks for having me back. Welcome to 2025, and let's have a good year this year.
And happy New Year indeed, because you went out on the road to start the season, and the Bulls fans were sad. We were sitting here watching on Flow TV as best we could, and finally eked out that win at the end of your last road series, stopping a 17-game point streak for one of the top teams in the Mountain Division. How much momentum does that long road trip carry on when you know you ended with a really good win on the road?
Yeah, that was huge for us. That was a really good game. Honestly, I thought we played 3 really good road games in a row. Starting in Utah, I thought we've played complete games. We switched a little systems here and there, but our guys are buying into it. They're playing hard, and they're excited to be back. We're excited to make this playoff push, and I think guys are believing in it, buying into it, and even the loss against Idaho Falls, I'm going to be honest, I thought we deserved to win that game. Penalties will kill you, but I thought we outplayed them. I thought we outworked them, and I'm really proud of how our guys have played the last 3 games.
And we talked about it being a new year, 2025, but let's take a look back at 2024, and there at the end, leading up into that last win on the road. Mentally, how tough is it for not just you as a coaching staff, but these boys that kind of, you know, the roller coaster, the pendulum swings back and forth. You know, we saw some losses. We came back and hosted an exhibition game where the boys looked like they were back, and they went on that road trip before Christmas. Took a shellacking, if you will. I hope I can say that. But to get the mind right, to get the attitude adjusted and ready to move forward, to have a productive season, what is that like, and how do you guys overcome that?
Yeah, honestly, guys were on break, right? There's no hiding it. I'll just say it bluntly, we got pumped. There's no easy way to say to that one, but everybody is just ready to go home, right? Mentally, physically, just kind of ready to be with their family, be with their friends. You know, the techs are rolling with their family and friends. You know, they're worrying about their flights. They're worried about Ubers. It's just reality of it, and guys were kind of needing that break sooner than later, and we kind of just let off the gas a little bit, and Ogden was still, you know, they're at home. They get to sleep in their own beds. They're ready to go. So it is what it is. We moved past that, honestly. There's not really one of our guys that are still thinking about that game. Once we hit the new year, it was it's playoff mindset. You got to get ready for playoffs, and we're in that position of, as of right now, being a playoff team. So we're doing everything as a staff, everything as players that we got to make sure we're ready to go and keep pushing. And that's kind of the mindset that we had coming back, is guys got that week rest. They got the time with their family, got to see their friends, got to sleep in their own real bed at home, got a mental reset. And once we got back, we brought some new guys in that kind of gave us that push to really show our organization that we're serious, we're real about this, and that we're going to do everything we can to get to playoffs and win in playoffs. So the mindset is coming back is really easy, playoff mentality.
And I want to ask you about that. Obviously, a couple of our guests joining us later are new additions to the team, but what feels like this late in the season? And I say late, we're about halfway through the year, but this late in the season where you've already developed a couple of really strong lines up and down, obviously didn't feel like it was enough for you guys. You went out and made some of those moves. What does the long-term roster build-out look like with some of those changes? And I know some of those decisions are made outside of your decision-making all the time, but you're adding in dynamic playmakers week after week after week that all bring a little bit something different to the team. How is that different for you as a coach to try to game plan, knowing you've got an entirely different skill set on the ice this week than last?
One, it's exciting. Just kind of fresh blood. It gives your team a boost that that we're not complacent as a staff. We're going to do everything and help these players as much as we can to make that push. And I believe the guys that we're bringing in have experience. They've been there, done that. They have multiple games played at the junior level, some in this league, some in a different league. But it just shows kind of everybody in our organization that we are willing to do whatever it takes to make playoffs. In the mindset of players, yes, they become friends. It's hard to move on from some guys, and we understand that. But when it comes down to it, we're going to do everything in our power to help these guys get to playoffs, because ultimately that's what every athlete wants to do. They want to play in playoff hockey, that atmosphere, that blood rush, and it's just a different element of hockey. And so we are willing to do whatever it takes, good, bad, ugly. There might be some feelings hurt here and there, but in the long run, all the players know what we're going to do to get ourselves and our team into playoffs, and we're going to keep making changes if it's necessary. But at this point, we're going to bring guys in that are definitely going to help us make playoffs, but help us win at the end of it.
And looking forward, now, I don't know the exact number. I haven't done my research. I apologize. But our win percentage at home is far greater than on the road. We have a huge advantage right here in Pueblo, Colorado, and we've got some really big weekends, including some 3-game series right here at home. How good does that feel to have that opportunity, not only to stay in that playoff position, but really use that home ice advantage to really propel you guys forward?
Yeah, it's different. Playing in Pueblo is hard. Everybody knows it. Our guys know it, and they kind of feed off our fans. They feed off the environment. They feed off the atmosphere that we can bring. And traveling, when you're traveling 14-hour bus rides, it's tough. So I give these guys a lot of kudos that they can come out and perform like they did in Idaho, that they didn't really let the bus affect them. They had their legs, they had their mindset, and it's really just about winning. And so for these guys to know that the next 3 weeks they get to sleep in their own bed, get to sleep in places that they're comfortable with, not switching hotel rooms every single day, and for our guys to know that they get to kind of settle in, be at home for the next 3 weeks, get a routine under their belt, it's huge for them. Playing in front of the best fans in junior hockey, Idaho, I'll give it to them. They pack the place. They get 4,000 fans. They do what they do.
What else are you going to do there?
Their chocolate milk is good. I'll give them that. It is good.
Love me some good chalky milk.
But our fans are just different. They get in their heads. They beat them down mentally, right? And when you go to Idaho, it's loud, it's cool. There's a lot of noise. But when you're up a game and you watch grown men yelling at 16 to 20-year-olds, when you see
that makes you feel good.
When you see thousands of people get up with 5 minutes left and leave the building, it gets pretty quiet. And so I'll give it to our fans. They're there to the end. They're loud. They're obnoxious. It's absolutely awesome.
Win or lose.
Win or lose. Win or lose. They're buying into what we do here in Pueblo, and that's why we have the best fans in junior hockey. And so our players, they know it. They love it. They love to play in front of them. We have a couple new guys that haven't played there yet, and so I know they're excited to play. They're excited to kind of be on this side of things, maybe not getting yelled at as much, but
in a different way, at least.
In a different way, yeah. There you go. And
we love you now.
Yep. And so it's just a different beast when you playing at home, and we have 3 weeks of it, so we can't be more excited about it.
We couldn't either. Coach, thanks so much for making some time in this awesome home week to come chat with us. Give it up one more time for our head coach in period 1, joining us, Chris Wilhite. Bulls fans, if you want more of Coach Wilhite and the Pueblo Bulls, visit the PIA and Event Center this Friday and Saturday. Get your tickets, but also don't leave now, because we've got period 2 and period 3 coming up on the official place for all things Pueblo Bulls hockey, the Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast, period 2 time, and we are bringing in, stop me if you've heard this before, Mario, a brand new Pueblo Bull joining us in the second period. Bulls fans here in attendance, can we get some love for our newest guest, Brock Behrend? What's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the pod.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Hey, you got some snaps over at the bar. They weren't clapping. They were snapping.
They're loving it.
Thank you.
All love here at Fuel and Iron on Tuesday night, but Brock, it's going to be even more love. Friday night, your first home game in the PIA and Event Center. How excited are you to be back home in your new home, Pueblo, here playing in front of a home crowd in a big push in the second half of the season?
Yeah, no, I've heard great things about this place, and I'm excited to get in there for sure. Yeah, heard it gets pretty rowdy.
It's going to be rowdy. It's going to be sold out. 1,200 screaming fans ready to cheer you on Friday and Saturday night in sub-zero temperatures. It's going to be warmer in the PIA than it will be outside, so the folks seeking refuge will be cheering you on. But for the Bulls fans at home, getting to know you for the first time, talk about your hockey journey. Where have you been playing in the past? What got you to Pueblo?
Yeah, so I played high school hockey in Laverne, Minnesota, and then went off and got drafted by the Anchorage Wolverines in the Null, and they traded me to Danbury, Connecticut, and then, I played in Canada before coming here, and now I'm in Pueblo, so it's good to be here.
Nice.
Yeah.
And junior hockey as well. Was this your first year in juniors playing in the Null and then making your way to the NCDC?
Yeah, so last year I played in the Null, and this is my last year, so now I'm here in Pueblo.
So the games matter a little bit more, knowing that you're an age-out guy. Also, you've got the second half of this season, and exactly what Coach was just talking about, a playoff push to make these boys really kick it up into high gear. How do you feel like you bring a different edge to the team? Where do you see yourself fitting in this second half push?
Yeah, no, our team's really fast, and I think I like to play fast, so I think it all just meshes well together, and I think we're going to go pretty far in the playoffs, and yeah, we'll see.
And I know you haven't been here for a long time, but tell us about the transition to Pueblo. What do you think? What are you liking? What's the vibe in the community? What's your overall?
Well, yeah, I came here last year for main camp, and it was great. Like, I was down here around this area, and I really liked it, but it was super hot. I didn't really like that part, but no, it's great out here. The people are great too. Like, every billet is super nice, and the guys are great. So it's just good to be here.
And your skill set, like, let the viewers at home, the people are going to see this before they get to the ice arena. What is your skill set? What are you known for? Like, what is if you're going to have a brand awareness about who Brock is and what he brings on the ice, outside of speed and playing fast, what is it that really personifies you?
My shot, for sure. I mean, I haven't scored for Pueblo yet, but hopefully I can tuck a few in the back of the net. But no, for sure my shot. I'm not really nice with the hands, but kind of make up with that shot, so that's about it.
All right.
Humble, too, to come on the pod and say not nice with the hands. That's usually words reserved only for Brody Clark. But today, you're saying it's yourself, and I got to commend you on your ability to be self-aware there.
Brody's solid.
Just kidding, Brody. You are saucy this year, kid. I do
Sure.
want to ask you, though, as well. Coming in later to the team, obviously you've got guys that you may have crossed paths with in the past. Have you played with any guys from Pueblo before? And if not, who, when you joined the squad, kind of welcomed you in first?
For sure, Vesti and Clarkie. I mean, those were my guys from day one. And then, I haven't been here so long, so I got to meet Coots just a week or two later, and now he's like one of my best buds, so there you go. But,
It's easy. Mario and I met one day at Fuel and Iron and said, hey, do you want to do a podcast? And then 5 years later, I'm just kidding. This place hasn't even been around 5 years. But that's what you can tell people that meet you for the first time, and they'll think you're telling the truth. Brock, I want to pause, and I want to ask you some very simple questions.
For sure.
Growing up, obviously, I'm sure you were a big hockey fan in a big hockey state in a small little town.
Very small, yep.
Where did you set those goals? Like when you were growing up playing in your small town, were there aspirations you had for the game? Where did you want it to bring you eventually?
Oh, yeah. My main goal, I mean, every kid growing up in the state of Minnesota, you want to make the state tournament. And, you know, I was fortunate enough to do that my senior year, and that's, like, all I've ever cared about. And, you know, I achieved it. That's all I ever wanted, so that's about it.
Congrats. That's pretty big.
No, it was really fun.
In the state of hockey, that is, they have documentaries about this.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool what they do down there in March.
Yeah,
hard
to put it into perspective just how big hockey is in Minnesota. But obviously growing the game here in Pueblo is another awesome piece that the Bulls have been able to do. And you'll see the youth banners, and you'll see that same kind of level of intensity and those kinds of things. But also, you're still growing your hockey career. And so at the end of this season, when you hang the skates up, what do you want to say? I did this, and I had a really successful 24-25 season.
Just winning the whole thing, honestly. It's all about winning. I mean, I don't really care about points anymore. I'm an age out, but, you know, I still have to produce, but it's all about winning at the end of the day. Like, I don't care if I put up 0 points. Like, it's all about the W.
Yeah, that's the kind of mindset I'm all about, because we want wins as well. So now, coming into this, you haven't had a lot of time with your teammates, but who are some of the standouts on the ice that you're just like the fastest? Like when you talk about the speed, who's smoking everyone on the ice?
The Twins. I've never seen anyone faster in my life. I'm not even kidding.
Like the human people, though. Not the robots. They are machines. They are machines.
I would say Coots, but he's pretty slow. So I'm just kidding, Coots.
Coots has got it coming for him in the third, I'm telling you right now. Yeah, so it's okay you start on it now.
Yeah. You know, I don't really know. I mean, the Twins really stand out, so they kind of make everyone else look slow. But maybe Hunter Bill. He's pretty quick out there. I like his game. Yeah.
Other guys, and I know you were kind of dogging on your own hands, but obviously you've got some playmaking ability. Who have you seen in practice or maybe skated with in your first couple of games that really does have that immediate change of direction, quick hands, really saucy with the puck this year?
Ooh, I mean, Barzy's a pretty good one. He's got a nice shot, nice set of hands. I mean, obviously the Twins. And then, I don't know, I kind of like Jimmy out there. He's pretty shifty with it too. Same with Blue. I mean, all the forwards. We can all play. We're all fast. We can all, you know, use each other. It's nice. So there's not really one single person, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Easy, high scoring, potent offense, ready to just unleash it. So I think Bulls fans are ready enough to be there this weekend. If you can give them one message to the folks watching at home to come cheer you and the boys on this weekend, what do you have to say to them?
You know, just come on by. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully we sweep. That's all I got.
Wow, he said the S word. It wasn't us. Coach Wilhite, we did not say the S word.
Bring your brooms for an impactful weekend of Mountain Division hockey here this weekend. Bulls fans, one more time for our Period 2 guest, Brock Behrend.
Thank you.
Hang on to it.
Whoa. Don't go anywhere. Don't be like Brock to be in a rush and get out of the way, because we got Period 3 coming your way on the official Place All Things Pueblo Bulls Hockey, the Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast, Period 3 time, and for the first time this year, maybe not the first time this year, but the first time in 2025, we're bringing in a brand new guest. And Mario may be more excited about this guest than any other brand new guest, because it's the first guest we have previously shit-talked on a podcast. Now joining us on this side of things, Bulls fans, can we get some love for our Period 3 guest, Ryan Coots? Coots, welcome to the pod. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And I just want to clear the air. We didn't specifically talk crap about you, but you did wear the C for an opposing Mountain Division team, so we probably threw a couple of jabs in there. Glad you're on our side of things now. What has the adjustment been like to Pueblo? Fast and furious for you. What's it been like?
It's been great. It's been super easy. They've been super good about getting me in my billet and everything like that. So, it's been super great. Love all the people here. Love all my teammates. So.
And when I say previously played for an opponent of ours, obviously you were playing with Casper earlier this season. What has your hockey journey been like? What got you to Casper? Not too far away from Pueblo originally. Tell the Bulls fans at home what got you here.
So just grew up playing AAA in Colorado, and then left my first year at 18 to go play USPHL in the Premier. I started with the Columbia Infantry and met a great coach out there, Jacob Smolovich. He helped me along the way a lot throughout my junior hockey career. And then, I ended up going back there for a year or two and then leaving for Provo halfway through. And then found out there was a team in Casper that my coach from Columbia was going to go to. So figured I'd just keep my rights there and see how it went. So
let me ask you this. So you have some previous history versus the Pueblo Bulls.
I do.
And maybe not nice history, but I understand bridges have been rebuilt. Friendships have been bonded.
Yeah.
I understand you and one of the opposing people, Hunter Bill, are now tight and thick as thieves. Is that true, and how do you overcome that?
Just at the end of the day, it's all about winning. It's all about winning a national championship, going to that game in Boston. So, I think it's important to just put grudges aside, forgive, and just we're all under one goal. So.
And let me ask you this too: seeing that you've been on the other side, and you've played right here in Pueblo, what was your thought when you came here? Were you excited? Were you nervous? What goes in the mind of a player when you go and you battle it hard as a warrior on the ice for another team, and you suit up with another sweater that you've battled against, and you're on the same team? Tell us just a little bit like how that works in your head. I get you wanting to win, but like, is it trepidation? Are there some nerves?
Trepidation.
What's that look like?
Really, it's trying to stay inside your own little bubble. Can't let outside actions get too prominent. So, you just gotta keep a level head. Don't get too high. Don't get too low, and the crowd usually sorts itself out.
And finally, let me ask you this: is it true that secretly, while you were on the ice here in Pueblo, you were thinking, "Damn, I want to play here"? Is that true or false?
I was more so thinking these people are nuts, but now that my rights are here, that's my thoughts. So.
Fair.
This is the best place to play hockey in juniors, and we can say that wholeheartedly, having been to a couple of other barns that were like crickets compared to the PIA and Event Center. But obviously, Mountain Division hockey is different than a lot of other places. It's a lot more aggressive. It's very fast, and you've got some really tight teams that come together, and obviously you were a late addition to this team, but what do you bring into this team? And I think obviously it's no secret, wearing the C means you're a leader naturally on a team. When you come into Pueblo, do you feel like you take some of that leadership with you into this locker room? How do you feel like that best serves you here in Pueblo?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of guys are leaders, just some of them might not have a letter on their chest. So I've tried to be a leader on every team I've been on, and I just so happen to be picked as the guy for Casper. I think bringing my leadership along with me, bringing my ability to play a two-way game, jump up in the rush and get back on D, I think that's definitely my game. So.
And a lot of offensive-minded defensemen. We talk about it week after week. You got a guy last week that ends up with the game winner in Stewie that no matter who we talk to, he may be one of the most explosive offensive guys on the team, and he just so happens to suit up and play defense. So guys like Stewie that complement your game so well. Marcus this weekend, obviously, with a couple of big goals. Guys that just get your style of play. How much easier does that make the transition, knowing that Pueblo's used to having guys turn things around and go fight for it in the corners?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's something I haven't had at a lot of teams, just the grit and the need to win. Most guys, it's just they want to win, but it's not a need like it is here. So that's awesome.
I don't want to reveal my sources, but someone did tell me when they brought you down that with the addition of you, that the Pueblo Bulls by far have the deepest, best D-core in the Mountain Division.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Is that something you want to live up to? Is that something you're like, oh, let's work on it to get there? Or do you think you guys are ready to make that jump?
No, I don't think it's something that we need to think too much about. I mean, I think we have a phenomenal D-core, but you can absolutely always be better, and I think that we're just always striving for that perfection. So.
And then, is there any issues? Because we got Coots and Coot 2. Is there, what's going on? Do you guys ever get mixed up? Are you guys distant cousins? Is there just like a language barrier, a Canadian version of Coots?
I just want to make it clear I have no relation to him whatsoever. We're just going to throw that out there.
Okay.
But yeah, there's been some times just guys yelling on the bus, Coots, and we both look back. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's you guys probably rolling with the same nickname, huh?
Yeah. We have some different ones, but
we won't share that on the pod.
Yeah, no.
It's a family-friendly show.
No, I'm sure you guys have used them on podcasts before. So
Yeah, we have definitely referred to a cooter or two in our days, and we probably will moving forward. But I want to give you the chance here before we wrap things up. What are you most looking forward to this weekend? Obviously, a packed house at the PIA, but 2 very big Mountain Division games. What do you say to Bulls fans excited about the momentum you're carrying into the new year, and what do you say to them getting in the seats this weekend?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited to get here. I'm super excited for everyone to come out, and just looking forward to a great weekend of hockey. Best team in the division for now, so we'll see how it goes.
Short, sweet, to the point, just like we love it here on the Around the Horns podcast. One more time, can we get some love for our Period 3 guest, Ryan Coots? Thanks again. Best of luck to you this weekend, man.
Thank you.
Bulls fans, if you haven't already picked up your tickets for the entire weekend, time is running out, and you better get down to the store or online before the roads freeze over again, which probably would freeze your internet, I think is the same way that happens. So visit PuebloBullsHockey.com, get your tickets to the games Friday and Saturday night, cheer on your Pueblo Bulls, and then come back next week on Tuesday night to Fuel and Iron Food Hall for the official place for all things Pueblo Bulls hockey, the Around the Horns Network.